Hello friends, welcome to the tutorial where I'm going to show you how you can make a segment of your data set, of a particular cell, of a categorical cell. You can see I have taken a data set with 379 rows that includes the brand name of different mobile company. I believe you are almost familiar with the brand names like Apple, Samsung, Garmin, Fitbit, and so on. So in the dataset, I would like to make a cluster where I will keep a certain brand name inside that cluster, and any brand name outside that cluster would be renamed by other brand name. For example, I would like to keep the Apple, Samsung, and Garmin, but I would like to replace this Amazon feed by other brand. So we can do this right this way. You can press apply. But if you have a big data set, thousands rows, then this is not a good idea to replace or rename or edit each brand name by a different name. So in this video I will show you how you can do this by programming within OpenRefine, not manually. So guys, if you are after the similar task in your dataset, then this video is for you. So let's get back to the initial stage and get started. So first of all, we would like to have a look at the text facet. We can see there are 42 choices here. That means although we have 379 rows, then in this particular cell we have 42 distinct brand names. And since this is all the values are data type is string, so this is a categorical cell. So what I'm going to do is I would like to keep a certain to show you what I am after is I would like to keep this brand name, but any brand name outside this set will be renamed by other brand. Okay, so the way I work is at the beginning I would like to make sure the name of the cell has no white space before or after. So the way I do is I try to make sure there is no white space. So you can make sure by just navigating your cable. Second thing, I would like to make sure there is no white space before or after the strings. So the way we do is edit cell, command transform, trim leading and trailing white space. Okay. Although there is no string has been affected. Next I would like to collapse any consecutive white space. That means if there is any special character or white space in between the strings, then I would like to get rid of those. So if you click this, then it actually makes sure that there is no white space or any special character in between the strings. Now the next step, if you look at the tick watch and tick watch, I believe they are the name of the same brand, but they are in different category here. So guys, you already know that how to cluster the items in a particular cells as data cleaning. So the way we do is, let's click the cluster. See, if we select the key function fingerprint, then we can merge them together. See, if we go one by one, key functions and keep cleaning the dataset. But at this stage, I believe the two brand names are obviously two different category. I mean, two different brand names. So we're not going to cluster them. So it's all done. Okay, so let's make my own cluster, that is a cell transform. You are pretty familiar with this window where if we write down the value only, then this is a replication of the old cell. But I would like to keep this brand name only. So this is the set of data set. This is the set of brand name bounded by a square break. So the square break means this is an array. So we have to check whether this particular brand name Apple is inside this set, or the Samsung is inside this set or not. So the way we check it is in array break value. So the Apple is inside this set, so the result is true. Samsung, but the Garmin, so the Garmin is not inside this set, so the answer is false. So as I mentioned earlier, that I would like to replace all the brand name outside this set by other brand name. So let's do this. Replace. So what we are going to replace? All the false value, and we are going to replace the false value by X. So you can see the Garmin has been replaced by X, fossil by X, but the brand name which are inside this cluster are true, still true. So let me just give a reasonable name, which is other brand. Okay, so, but this is not what we are after. So we would like to be the Apple to be here, like Samsung to be here, not the true. So what we have to do, we have to replace the true values by the original value, like the Apple, Samsung, and so on. So we have to call the name of the cell here. The name of the cell is brand. So the way we call a particular cell is the command is cells, square break, inverted comma, the name of the cell name, and if you like to call the value of the cell, then replace by. So now you can see the Apple has been replaced by Apple, Samsung by Samsung, because both are inside this dataset, but the Garmin is not, and it's been replaced by other brand name. So this is what we talked to you at the beginning of this tutorial. So if you press OK, then you can see instead of 42 there are 11 choices, because and almost 253 cells has been affected. And you can see the Xiaomi, Sony, Samsung, Polar, all of the brand name were inside this cluster, so they are remaining the same, but all other brand name has been replaced by other brand name. You also can take care of the blank by unknown, because who would like blank? So that's all for today. So if you have any question, please post your question on the comment section. I will try to answer, and until then, you have a good one. Bye bye.